Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. So for today's makeup tutorial, I've collabed with one of my YouTuber friends. Her name is Maisha. I will link down her YouTube channel down below on the description box for you guys to have a look. For today's makeup tutorial, I aimed for beautiful winery red with red lips. I know there's a lot of red going on, but you know what? This is what I like doing the best, and as the title suggests, love yourself. I celebrate Valentine's every year for myself because first thing you need to do is love yourself before loving others. So without a further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first one I'm using is called Benefit Brow. This is actually their brow pomade, and it also comes with an angular brush. And what I'm doing here right now is I'm creating an outer line around my brows. This basically is going to act as my guideline as to where exactly and how much I want to extend my brows. Once I'm done with my outline, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the inner part of my eyebrows. And I'm just going to draw little strokes around the inner corners, and then as I'm going to the outer part of my eyebrows, I'm just going to go ahead and start filling those sparse areas and make them a little more darker and dramatic. When it comes to eyebrow routine, there are many ways you can do it because everyone has their own choice of eyebrows. Some people like it very natural, some people like it dramatic. I tend to go with the kind of makeup that I'm doing. If I'm doing something very soothing in everyday life, I like more like a lighter kind of eyebrows that looks more natural. Well, when it comes to doing something dramatic like what I'm doing today, I like a little bit of dramatic brows because I feel that dramatic eyeshadow can wash your eyebrows out, so it's better to have it dramatic when you're doing dramatic eyes in general, so it kind of flows in together. Now to clear any sort of outer lines or any mess that happened, I'm just going to use my highbrow pencil. This is like a concealer pencil. It conceals any sort of like mistakes around my eyebrows, and also it makes my eyebrows stand out a lot more, making it look very crisp and clean. Once I'm done outlining it, I'm just going to use a buffing brush and buff that into my skin. As soon as the blending is done, you will already start to notice that my brows are looking very crisp and clean, and I think this concealing part is very important even when you go with a everyday eyebrow routine or dramatic. Both ways I think it works out perfectly fine because it makes your brows like really stand out. Once the concealing is done, I'm going to be using my 3D Brow Tones by Benefit, and it is not only going to keep my hair in place, but it is also water resistant, and it also gives a hint of color to your brow hair. So I like that a lot because it gives that natural look to it. Once I'm done with my brow routine, it's time to move on to the face. For that, I'm using Benefit Poreless Primer, and it actually seals any sort of pores that you have, making your skin look very smooth, and it helps the foundation glide on very smoothly. For my foundation today, I'm using my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. This is actually the most favorite foundation at the moment, and it is in shade 08. And I'm equivalent to NC44 and NC42 in wintertime. And using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend this foundation all over my face. Once the blending is done, you will soon start to notice how flawless my skin starts to look, and that is because this foundation is actually really amazing. I normally have normal to dry skin. Sometimes it is really dry during winter time, but this foundation makes my skin look really amazing even though it actually dries matte. So it's not a hydrating foundation, but I don't feel dry at all because this foundation is really nice. Like, I love how it dries matte, meaning it does not move around my face a lot, and it sticks to my face as if like it's a mask on. I love it. I don't know how to explain how much I love this foundation, but you got to try this foundation. It's Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation. Now, Urban Decay recently launched their all-nighter concealers, and I had to try them on because I was so in love with the foundation. I thought, why not? I give a try. Hence, I got the Urban Decay Concealer in All-Nighter in shade Medium Dark, and that's the one that I'm using for today's makeup. And the only thing that I find with this concealer, which is actually a good thing, it's not a bad thing at all, these concealers dries really fast. And I find that is very similar to the foundation too, because Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation dries matte and it dries really fast. So you have to really work it. The reason why I applied a little bit of MAC Fix Plus because I feel that with the help of MAC Fix Plus, it helps me blend even better because it dries so fast. So it will help me blend a lot better when I mix it up with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. To set my highlighted areas, I'm going to be using my Inglot loose powder, and I'm just going to dab it underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin and my forehead using a damp beauty blender. And I'm using my usual baking technique, which is to apply excess amount of powder underneath my eyes and wherever I think I need it, and then I'm just going to dust it off after leaving it for 5 to 10 seconds. Moving on to my highlight and contour, I'm going to take my next 3 steps to sculpt, and using that banana powder in that palette, I'm just going to blend that all over my highlighted zone as I'm also dusting away that excess powder sitting on my face. So it's kind of like 2 in 1. I'm going to deposit that yellow powder at the same time I'm going to be dusting away that excess powder sitting on my face. Now, using my Inglot angular brush, I'm going to take that powder and deposit it right in between my jawline, and then I'm going to start blending it out towards my inner part of my face. So the first step you do is deposit the color around your jawline, right close to your ears, and then blend it to the inner part of your face. I just find that this technique always gives me a better contour and it makes my face look a lot slimmer. Now I'm just going to pull away my hair on the forehead, and I'm just going to use that same contour color around my forehead. And then I'm going to do my usual drill, which is to contour the perimeters of my face. For my blush today, I'm going to be using this shade from the Inglot Cosmetics, and using a stippling brush, I'm going to apply the blush over the amples of my cheeks. I just like the stippling brush a lot better than a blush brush because I find that a blush brush deposits a lot of color on my cheeks, making my cheeks look really funny. Once that's all done, it's time to spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus before I move on to my highlighter routine. And for my shimmer highlight, I'm using my Maybelline highlight in number 100, I believe. This is a beautiful champagne gold color, and as you can see by my reaction, I love this highlighter. Every time I've used it, honestly guys, I have loved it. This is such an amazing highlighter product based on the fact that this is a drugstore product, and yet it does such an amazing job when it comes to highlighting my cheeks. Love this product, absolutely amazing. So I have not contoured my nose yet, and I have yet to contour it, and when I contour I'm going to show you what I do. So I'm going to take this brush by Inglot. It is an 5FS, number 5FS, and I'm just going to create 2 lines on the bridges of my nose. So once I've created that 2 lines around the bridges of my nose, I'm now going to create that little round section as well. Once that's done, I'm going to place a little bit of highlighter using my fingertips, and then a little bit of highlighter right in between those 2 lines. Now this will give me an effect of longer nose. I wanted to actually show you how I contour my nose these days, so that's why I took the time to show you later. Now for my brow bone, I'm using the same highlighter color by Maybelline. And for my eyeshadow palette, as you guys can already tell, I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette in Desert Dusk. The first color that I'm using is called Amber. This is a beautiful red orangey color, more like an orangey color. I love it. And I'm using a big fluffy blending brush to blend that all around my crease and the upper part of my crease as well. And for my tight crease area, which is my exact crease area, I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush and deposit a bunch of saffron color, which is from the same palette, and it is more like a red, brick red color. More like a wine red, I would say, but it has no shimmer. It's a matte color. And I'm just creating a tight line around my crease, and I'm just going to bring it on the outer portion of my eyes and to the lower part of my eyes as well. For the next step, I'm gonna do something really weird. I'm gonna take my Stila Cosmetics liquid lipstick in shade Fiore, and I'm going to deposit a few drops on my lid, and then I'm going to use my blending brush to blend all that all over my lid area before I start placing this color called Turkish Delight from the Huda Beauty palette. And this is actually shimmer color. That whole liquid lipstick thing is going to act as my base for this color, because this color is so beautiful. I wanted it to really shine through my lid. Now for my under eyes, I'm using this color called Safrron, and I'm just going to cover my entire under eyes. For my inner corners, again, I'm going to be using my Maybelline highlighter and just deposit that all over my inner corners. Once that's done, I've already done the other eyes as well. And for my lip liner, I'm using my Tartiest Lipliner. I'm going to write down the shade down below on the comment section for you guys to have a look. The next color for my lips I'm using is called Immortal by Gerard Cosmetics, and this is actually one of my favorite red. And I think I've previously used this red as well, and I have always gone back to this red. This is a perfect red, especially for Valentine's Day. For my mascara today, I'm going to be using Inglot Long Form Mascara. This is actually one of my favorite mascara, and I always keep going back at it. For my lashes today, I'm going to be using the Vivi lashes from Lash Dreams. These are almost like Demi Wispies by Ardell, but in a more dramatic style. Absolutely love them. They make my eye makeup look really, like, they made it stand out. I have to say this. They made it stand out. So this basically wraps up the entire look for the makeup look today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on my Instagram at MakeupByAzmeree. So before I leave, I just want to wish all of you guys a very happy Valentine's Day in advance. And also don't forget, Valentine's Day is not about just celebrating your love with your partner or family, but it is also about celebrating love for yourself. Love no one else but yourself. Dress to impress no one else but yourself. Be confident, love yourself, be the person you are. If you're happy, you're gonna spread more happiness around you and to the people you love. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.